Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play for Better Than Wolves mod pack, which has lots of difficulty and other things. This is, I guess, the coming of the dawn. So hopefully enjoy episode 25 of my series. I am starting to plan out where I'm going to put my chicken coop. And I start building it right here. This is the first corner. Then I go into the nether. And I basically dug down a little bit where I found that soul sand before. I dug down a few blocks and then dug a few blocks over to get a bunch of soul sand so I can find a Nether Fortress. And I finally made my saw, trying to figure out what the recipe is. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So I put the saw down on top of my little platform. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. So this is what I do for many a day. Chop wood, just like this. And it chops logs and planks and everything else. The big thing that's limiting me now is finding one blaze rod. So my goal in this episode is iron, sustainable food, and one blaze rod. Stump removers do this. Goodbye. And that is just a red mushroom, raw flesh, and oysters. Here I am one evening chopping down wood, and like I said, I do this many an evening. So I generally want to go out back to this extreme hills over in this direction, as there's about 4 Ks that I've explored previously that I haven't explored fully. So let's see if I can light this up without getting killed. So this is what I do for a while, lighting these caves up. I come back and I start grinding up some bones to get bone meal. And if you combine bone meal with seeds, you get chicken feed. So I planted some more pumpkins because I'm going to need a lot more seeds. Because once I finish my chicken coop, I'm going to need lots of chicken feed to feed these chickens. And here I am fishing, minding my own business. I've already caught 28 fish, which is my personal record at the time. And a skeleton decides to come by. I realize I probably need to move. So I ran. Of course, I'm peckish, so I can't sprint, I don't think. And we'll see what happens. And yes, this is probably completely preventable. Yeah. Well, remember this spot right here. This plains I spawn in frequently. But I'm speeding this up. I pass this village. And I'm just wandering around. And I think I know where I am. I've walked a couple hundred blocks from where I spawned. And I'm picking up things. Like that skeleton head and those arrows. So what I did was I went back and watched my old videos. And I recognize this place. I know where I am. I think it's episode 17 where I traveled east. So I'm wandering around trying to find my little hut. And I probably just walked right by my hut. So right now I'm trying to find it again. Because I know it's right here. And right there. See it? That's the hut I built, 7, 8, whatever episodes ago? 6, 7, 8 episodes ago? So there it is. So I know where I am. I know how I can get back home. The problem is I've wandered so far that I don't know if I can survive this. Look how close I was to the village. I must have come out right about here And you can see the village is visible. I mean, it's slowly disappearing, but it's still kind of visible there. And I probably walked by right there, here. Well, I was pretty much destined to die there. So I just killed myself. And lo and behold, look, see where I spawned again. This is spawn number 2 in the same spot. But I finally made my way home since I knew where I was. I cooked up all my iron and made another iron pickaxe. And I continued my mining in the nether roof, going straight as I dug before. And I tried to throw some soul sand. And I don't see anything. I try it once again. I dug a little bit further, and nothing. This is my chicken pen. I lit it up with netherrack to make sure that it's all bright and shiny. I built spider-proof wood around it. Then I headed east into that forest to collect a chicken. It took me a while to find one, actually. But there are still a few animals out there that I haven't killed yet. But while coming back, a wolf got hungry. That was not a high point of my day. Since I had trouble finding chickens to the east in that forest, I went like northeast into that extreme hills where I built this cave and lit it up before. So I went into there. I sealed it up, which becomes really important very soon. So I seal it up completely. I turn around, creeper. And he blows it up. Now I'm dark. I frantically try to punch the cobblestone so I can get some light in. I think I tried to make a fire quickly. I failed. And died. Which is a stupid death, of course. And I spawn in a jungle, which I don't remember spawning too many times in the jungle, actually. But I finally get killed by a jungle spider. I think this is the first time in the series, actually. And I cut this. I think I stopped recording, but I spawned back in that plains again. So for the third time, I spawned in that plains that, I don't know. So 3 out of 4 deaths, I'm in that plains. But I think I actually died in that plains as I was trying to get wheat. Then I spawned near that desert temple that's to the southeast. So I went west into that extreme hills area and found myself a chicken. And I brought him back alive. Welcome home, chicken, and gave him some chicken feed. And he was happy. And I dug on the other side of the hall to place a brown mushroom. This is a very, very small brown mushroom farm, but it's what I got right now until I have like a good source of iron or diamonds. I can't really use them very much. So I place a brown mushroom down to collect some brown mushrooms because they need total darkness. So the next morning I come out to my chicken coop and no chicken. The chicken died. That was, again, not a highlight of my day. I did figure out how or why. I think that's the way the spider got in. So I broke that stump and dug some of the dirt to make it safe for chickens. So I went back to the same place, got myself another chicken, and brought him back home. And I fed this one. So chicken number 3, the next morning, chicken's still alive. It's very exciting. I grabbed the egg, broke it, got a egg out of it, fed him again. I was happy. So I cooked up some chicken and obviously I caught some fish as well. Started cooking that up. And here I am starting to plan out the borders of my cow pen, which is in the end going to be, I think I made it 17 blocks by 34. And this, I went back to my old base in my desert village to collect. Mainly I went to get some raw flesh for fishing, but I collected a bunch of other junk that could be useful. This is me using the egg and the pork chop to make ham and eggs, which is a really good food source. So all my pork chops I turned into ham and eggs. I finally managed to light up the walls of my base, which I've been meaning to do for a long time, but I started to do that. I grab an egg one morning and I throw it, and I get a second chicken. Ooh, very exciting. Very, very exciting. And here I am working on my cow pen, slowly but surely. It feels like it took forever to build it, but I dug into my brown mushroom farm. I had a mushroom grow. It was very exciting, actually. A whole mushroom. I'm curious to know how many people watching noticed that I actually put a texture pack in this episode. It is Vioki's 1.14 texture pack. Actually, I don't think I even noticed the difference, except for the netherrack, which is very, very different. Strikingly different. And I did get a third chicken, just to let you guys know. And I think that's where I'm going to stop. I think I might be able to get 4 chickens, but hey, stop catching on fire. This is my cow pen. I just lit it up. And it's pretty much ready to go for cows. And here I am, going back west into that Extreme Hills area, trying to bring back a cow. Slowly but surely. I get him back to the cow pen. And he doesn't fit. Come on, cow. Yeah, he can't fit. So I have to break the door. Which freaks him out, of course. And he runs away. I let him kind of, cool off a little bit, run around for a little bit. Then I go out and search for him. Or her, I guess. And the cow is hiding in the wheat, in the sugar cane. Cow, come here. Come here, cow. And I get a cow in my cow pen. This is your new home. Try not to kill yourself. Have fun, Mr. Cow, or Miss Cow. You are trapped forever. Ha 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 ha. The next morning, I got some milk. So I can actually now make chowder. With fish and milk, I can make chowder. Chowder. I was fishing one night, and a creeper decided to say hello. Hello, creeper. So I actually made this little extension the last time I died. So I made an extension so that in that eventuality, I could hide. So I hid. I think I got fewer fish that night, but at least I survived. With mushrooms, you can do this. You can make raw mushroom omelets with the eggs and the mushrooms. That's another food source. I went back to that skeleton spawner, or tried to get back to that skeleton spawner, but, there was a zombie, then a creeper. There's always like 9,000 mobs every time I go there. And then the skeletons decide to say hello. And I think the skeletons from the spawner, they don't have bows. So they hit you with melee. I don't think it's that damaging, but yeah. So I went back west to search for iron. This is me building a little hut back in that. It's in between that Extreme Hills and that plains where I just got the chicken and the cows. So I've been here many a time. So I built a little hut with a chest, which I can now make. I can actually make chests now. And I lit it, since it was raining, I think I had to put something above it to light it up. Otherwise it wouldn't light with the rain. So I lit this up. That caught on fire, but I just broke it. But it gives light now. I tried to put these beacons nearby where I have little huts. And I went venturing down into the caves looking for iron. So I spent some time in these caves, lighting them up, looking for various sources of iron. Here I am. I want to go further down into this cave because I see some iron there, and it looks like a good place. And I'm trying to block off this lava. I'm not exactly sure what I did here, but this has got to be another on the long line of stupid deaths. Yeah, this is another one. I think I died a couple of times after it, but look where I spawned again. This is spawn number 4 in the same spot, in that plains, near that village, way to the east of my base. But I actually didn't survive that. I actually died from a zombie. Creeper blew up my base and a zombie killed me. I think I died another couple times. Then I came across this desert, and I wandered around, as I tend to do. And wandering this desert, I actually found that desert temple and that village, which is kind of cool. So now I know where another desert temple is. I've come across I don't know, maybe another 4 or 5 desert temples in this area. It's amazing how many there are. And there's another desert temple. I think that's a different one, actually. But I start walking in this taiga, and in a moment, you'll see a cut down tree. I'm like, wait a second. I've been here. And with tools, which means this isn't like a hardcore spawn. I've been here. So immediately I try to survive. And you can see how low on food I am. I'm literally about to die. I'm about to starve to death. But I did make it. I finally made it back to my base. So I went back into those caves I was just in. And I mined up all the iron that was in it. And coming out, looks like I got 30 iron out of that. Just that small little part of the cave. Seems like over the past 20 days or something like that, it's just been raining almost all the time. I don't know what the percentage should be, but it does seem to rain a lot. What happened here? I just lost 2 logs. So I crafted myself another pickaxe. I actually started by building a staircase. So instead of going the same direction I had been going, I made a right up the stairs, which would be going back towards the Nether portal, actually. So I started digging that way, since it's a direction I had not gone before. And here I am, and nothing. I dug most of the iron pickaxe, and nothing. So I had a theory that, hey, instead of, digging and mining for iron, why don't I run on the surface of the world, the surface of the Nether, to see if I can find a Nether Fortress? I didn't think I would actually last very long, but I figured I'd try it because, why not? I figured it was a one-way trip, and I figured I would die probably pretty quickly, but I decided to try it. And it actually lasted a lot longer than I figured I would, actually. Unfortunately, I never did find a Nether Fortress. But just as I was about to give up, so I stopped. I realized I can't find a Nether Fortress. So I realized, let's head back. I figured. And a gas shot, and zombie pigmen got hit, and I died. But I did get back to my base, eventually. So I came up with a new theory. I figure to get an iron pickaxe, to find a cave, light it up, dig it out, cook it up is going to take, I don't know, let's say an hour. And in that hour, then I have to dig the netherrack. And I probably can go, 250 blocks? Or I could just punch a netherrack with my fist. And I probably could go as far or maybe further just punching netherrack than doing all the work to get an iron pickaxe. So I did a quick experiment, see how long it would take to actually punch the netherrack, and did calculations and figured it's not a bad theory, especially how long it takes to get iron. So aside from not having the iron in the end, of course, I figured let's try this theory, see how it turns out. It's going to be mind-numbingly boring to do, but it might be faster, or at least about the same, which is kind of crazy. And within a few blocks, I ran into this cave structure, which I actually went and explored quite a bit of it. And in that cave, I found some glowstone, which is pretty cool. And as I continued to dig, did that go that way? It looked like it went that way. It looked like it went straight forward, and it made a sound. Right? It looks like it's going that way. Am I wrong? To me, it looks like it's going straight ahead. So I started to further explore these caves. I actually thought at one point, as exploring these caves, that I heard a blaze. Is that a magma cube? It definitely sounds like a magma cube. And I think magma cubes are only in Nether Fortresses in this version. So I try it again. It definitely is going that way. It's making a sound when it's going that way. So I continued to dig. I dug down, trying to find, my Nether Fortress. Built some stairs. And I found this opening over here. And I started to take a peek, hoping to see if I could see the Nether Fortress. So I head over here to see if I can see the Nether Fortress. And it's an open area there. So I'm taking a peek, see if I can see anything. I don't see anything. I still have not seen the Nether Fortress. But there's a ghast. And it hits a zombie pigman. So I am running. Trying to get away. Going up my stairs. Trying to get away from the zombie pigman. I go back down the stairs, not 100% certain how long they stay aggravated. The one over there doesn't seem too bad. That guy's dancing. I'm not sure about him. So I want to get back down here and get my iron pickaxe there. And I would think they would be mad at me if I'm this close to them. So I go down, and that one instantly starts coming towards me. And he hits me. And he kills me. And this is I actually spawned just to the southeast. And you can see how close I got to almost getting back to my base. I'm inside my walls, dying within, inches of food. Yeah. That was sad times. But the good news, and there is actually good news to this, is I respawn, and I turn, and I see my little hut. But unfortunately, my redstone clutch broke in the storm, and I need to replace that. And there's a charged creeper over there on that hill, which is pretty rare actually. Pretty rare to see those. So I go back, hoping that they are no longer angry at me, because I want to get back down here and start digging down, see if I can get to that Nether Fortress. So that guy's still dancing. I don't know if he's still aggroed on me or not. It doesn't look like it, but I do try to put a wall up to block them in so that they can't get to me, which is a major failure. And yeah, I accidentally fall off the stairs. He hits me, and I die. Again. But I died quickly, and I got back to that hut again, to the west of my base. So I was actually able to... one good thing about dying within 20 minutes is you spawn right back where you spawned before. So I was actually able to get to my base there, even in a new moon. So I did go back to where I died, because again, I want to continue trying to find that Nether Fortress. This guy is not happy with me at all, so I run away from him. I do eventually kind of start going back, and there he is. And you saw that he has my stone axe, right? So he's never going to despawn. And there you go. This is, I think, what, the 5th time I've spawned in this same area? I mean, it's been more than, 5 or 6 deaths, but that's 5 times. Actually, I end up spawning in that area 6 times. I think I don't have 2 of the videos, but 4 out of 6 ain't bad. So I go back down to look for iron so I can continue digging down. Spider attacks me. These are in then I continue working down this cave, and a skeleton shoots me. I very swiftly and majestically pretty much kill myself again. Yeah. Again, I could have avoided this so easily. And I end up in a taiga, which actually is just by that desert temple to the southeast. And I do make my way home. And I go back into the nether, and I begin to actually punch some more, I'm basically trying to go a different route now. I punch out to see if I can see anything, see if I can see another fortress, but you can see it's going to be really hard to get to the Nether Fortress this way. I think I might have to go find a different route to get to it. I mean, there's no netherrack to tunnel in. And I try to go a different route. Again, this is higher than my other route, trying to get to the Nether Fortress. And you can see I'm high up. I don't see any netherrack columns. But that's where I am right now. I can't get to the Nether Fortress easily, and that's pretty much the end of the episode. So hopefully next episode I can find another fortress. Otherwise, this is going to be a long, terrible struggle. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode, and hopefully next episode I can get into the Nether Fortress and actually get my blaze rod. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I will talk to you guys later.